When I was young, my brother and I built a boat with our father. We spent several years sailing and exploring the Patuxent River. And then I met Tony.
Peter and I spent many happy times on that boat, and so when we got married, we built a larger boat and ventured out into the Chesapeake Bay and its many rivers.
We crewed on larger boats with dreams of sailing the world, but then life took another turn.
Today, we look forward to retirement with dreams of leaving it all behind. Come join us on our journey to sail the seas.
Warning: viewer discretion advised. The following video may contain scenes of empty bilges, bare cabinets, and naked cubbies. Some viewers might find this extremely boring. In such a case, like the video, leave a comment, and have a drink.
Bilges, cabinets, and cubbies, oh my! Bilges, cabinets, and cubbies, oh my! Bilges, cabinets, and cubbies, oh my!
We're on board RC-1260. I can't stop smiling. And today, before we start putting a lot of gear on here, we're going to peek and measure every crevice, every bilge, every cabinet, just to get an idea of what it's going to store. And we can take measurements so we know what type of containers and the length of the containers out. So we'll start with the owner's bunk area. Follow me. We'll start with the port peak. There is a light up here. Look at that. This stuff was part of here when the boat was delivered. But there's quite a bit of storage here. That goes back about 3 feet. There's some shelving here. We put our life jackets, mine and Tony's life jackets there. This stuff we haven't even gone through. This stuff came with the boat. So we haven't even gone through that. There's a bar up here so we can hang stuff. So quite volumeless. I claim this for all my stuff, Tony.
Oh no! Half is mine.
And that's the watertight bulkhead. Looks like we have an inspection hatch up there as well. So that's really nice.
This way. You measured going back. Measured
Oh,
the
I'm
other
sorry.
way.
It's the width of the hull. So I'll just measure it. It's going to be different here. So that's about 32 inches. And that's about 28 inches, the shelving. And it gets progressively narrower. So we'll turn the light off on that. We'll go through, close that up. I really like the wood. I like the grain of the wood. We have this compartment here. This is all tabbed in. Let me get some light in there so we can see it. Now it goes back in there. This is kind of like from here, it's about 15 inches. There's a little curve here from the shape of the hull. This is a little bit more uniform, 12 inches. If you go back to this corner, it's 20 inches. You're not going to store lots of stuff here, but to give you 39 inches, let's measure this. And this is just 43 inches. This is going to be so boring. You're not into seeing people nicks and crannies. Let's look at this. There's storage in here. This is a huge bilge storage. It looks sealed and dry, so theoretically you can store stuff in here and not have to worry about it getting wet. This pipe here is what allows water to drain into the main bilge pump. And that is about almost 34 inches deep. So quite a bit of storage there. You can store a lot of stuff there. I'm gonna pull a Colin. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We got storage in here. This is very shallow storage.
Good for socks or something.
Socks, shoes, underwear, I don't know. Okay, let's move over here and check out this storage. Wow, this is bigger than I thought.
Not as deep as your side.
Yeah, but you got 2. 11.
You do too.
8.
We're already arguing about
That's about
space.
20. I am a skipper, but I guess you're an admiral. So
That's right, and don't you forget it.
20 here, and that's, you know, it kind of shapes with the hull, so 6 and 9.
It went out.
Okay, we got our fire extinguishers in place. We did that on day
And
1
which ones were
provisioning.
these so we can tell everybody? I don't remember. They're the Mariner.
They're the kid 5-pounders, I think.
Yes, we'll get you the exact size
Mariner
of
5s or
these, because we really had trouble finding what we needed, and we finally found it, and there it is.
Let's check these cabinets out.
Don't show everybody that one.
Wow, I claim this as well.
No, you don't. You get the bottom one.
Wow, you can really kind of crawl in here. This might be my doghouse bunk. I didn't think it was this big. Yeah, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Let's take some measurements. I'm just going to measure this in the middle. 18, it goes, you know, obviously with the hull, 19, 4, 53 inches. That's a lot. I'll take the top shelf, Tony. You can have the whole bottom shelf.
Nope. He is really a storage hog.
40. Okay, wow, that's a lot bigger.
How deep is that? How deep is that?
This?
That's not as deep.
10 inches.
Okay. What about height? You want to do that?
Yeah, only a woman would care.
I would. That's called volume.
Okay, that's just about 17. And this is roughly what? 14, roughly.
Very good.
I'm measuring it quick.
I didn't know we had that. Okay.
That's more dry storage. How far does it go back? There is a plug there, so I don't
Here.
know. Wow. This has the potential of getting wet. Because I see little drain plugs in there. So I suspected this is going to get wet. But you have to worry about potentially water entering the bilge and it get wet, so you would have to protect it. Let's check this one out.
Let me get out of the way.
Yes, please. Okay, oh, this is the forward scanner, just forward-looking sonar.
And here, take it so they can get a closer view of it.
There's really not much to see that's not in. Then you got the where the water drains. And that's where the forward sonar plugs into. I would pop it out really quickly, try to get that forward sonar in there. The reason we have not put it in is because the Chesapeake Bay is dirty and scummy, and we really don't need it at the moment. So they recommend that we just leave it out until we get to the clear blue waters of the Bahamas and plug it in.
Well, what about warranty on it?
Well, we'll test it out. We have this cabinet. The fact that we have vents on it, you can feel the warm air, which means we have some plants, some equipment in here, and here we go. A little bit of room in here. I don't know what's in this box. This is an extra fire blanket, and whistles we put in here, but more importantly, this is our isolation transformer. You really need one of these if you're going to plug in. So many people drown with what's known as electric drowning. When they swim around boats and it's not properly grounded, you can actually get electrocuted and drown. I never want my grandkids falling, or my kids falling off the boat and have an issue getting electrocuted in the water. That's why they say don't swim in marinas. It's not because of the raw sewage. It's because of potential of improperly grounded boats. So this is where our isolation transformer is, and everything's working, checks out okay. Let's go down to the next one. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, we got some storage in here. We got a lot of plumbing and stuff here. So I guess these are plumbing or electrical wires. No, they're plumbing. This might be electrical wires here. And of course you have electric wires going through there. And you got a little bit of storage here. Probably have to be careful what you put around here. You don't want a lot of chafe or something busting or rubbing through your plumbing. But definitely storage there. This is the shelf. We put some stuff on there like charts and the horn and stuff. A lot of this stuff was on there when the boat was delivered. We have not gone through this. This boat has not been officially turned over to us yet. Are we trespassing? I don't know.
They said we could come on.
12 inches here. You got about 12.5 inches. And this is 9 inches. Going here. It's a little bit taller, 13 3/4. .30 inches. And I'm just going to measure in the middle. That's about 12.5. So this is a nice shelf.
We could actually put bins on there to hold some stuff.
We could
in
put
addition
bins.
to books.
Show the chart. It holds these charts perfectly.
But there's a lot of space on top of them.
Yeah, but you know, you just long-term storage. More plant. Let's go through this. This is not going to be a lot of storage. I don't know what you might be able to store some stuff in here. We got our GPO, our inverters, the shore power. This is our charger inverter, our start battery charger, our solar panel controllers, a bunch of plant stuff that I was told don't be taking apart and poking around with a screwdriver. No. I wouldn't store much in here. Maybe you could put something down here, but you don't want to rally around. You don't want anything metallic that could short something out, that's for sure. Oh. And our Combi Master, we are plugged into shore power at the moment, because we just want to test it out. The charger's on. It's charging. I guess this is float. And this signifies that the AC power is on. And this tells it the shore power is on. And the charger inverter, and that's just a cooling fan kicking in, hence the ventilation. Okay, let's check these cabinets out. We got some storage in here. I put some of these bungs in here. So let's take some measurements. You can get away with 10 3/4. This, as you move further out towards the water point of the hull, 11.5. This is about 12.5 inches, 10 inches. about 11 and a half. And then about 22 inches high. And this is, come on. About 43 inches long. So there's a lot of storage here. I'm thinking getting little bins, Tupperware containers, put stuff in here. You know, obviously heavy stuff could go down low, light stuff will go up higher. So let's check out this one. This one we've already put some equipment in. I got my first aid kit, my emergency flare, an extra air horn, and toilet paper. Ah. 12 inches. .41 inches. It's about 11 inches. And 21 inches. And we got an inspection port here. I don't know, let's take a peek inside. Let's switch it down. I hope Jimmy Hoffa's not down here. Looks like part of the diesel tank and some inspection stuff. Okay, it's 12 inches wide to the fiddle. Gets wider as it moves back, 13 and a half. It's about 13 and a half. So let's see how long it is. .86 inches. So obviously you can store stuff up here. The fiddle will keep it from sliding off, but you need to be careful. I don't know what this is. It's spare parts or something, but this, like I said, this came with the boat. There's still enough finish. I think there's some rigging and touch-up work they're going to do. This has not been turned over to us. Let's go in the bathroom. For the head. You ready? I'll do this. You want to come in here, baby?
No.
Okay, oh, wow, handsome guy. We have the head and the sink. Let's take a look in here. This is our Spectra water maker. So while we have some storage down here, we're not going to have too much storage. This really takes up a lot of space. At least it's easily accessible, so I'm not going to complain about that. Moving here, underneath the sink, more water making stuff. I have not read any of the manuals. So here's, you have your meters, you have your valves. It kind of just goes into over there. So it kind of takes a lot of our storage away. I guess you can store paper towels or toilet paper, something that's light. This extra faucet, I believe, is nothing more than a sampling or a drainage valve as you're making fresh water. Let's take a look. We forgot to take a look into this. This is the diesel tank and another inspection port, and this is where your bilge pump is. And we have a little bit of water in there, and I will explain why that water's in there in another video. But you do want to dump a bucket of water down there because you want to make sure those bilge pumps work. You don't want to find out that they're not working when the hull is flooding. Let's take a look underneath here. Okay, this is under the... Ew. We got some through valves. We get the toilet pump. We got the shower pump. More water making stuff. Wow, this fresh water really takes up a lot of room. Some through hull fittings. I'm gonna have to read that manual. And how far does he go back? Goes back there quite a ways. Again, I think this must be a grounding plate here. I don't know if that's where the lightning protection is or not, or it's just simple grounding. I would assume, I see some moisture in here, I would assume that this could get wet. So if you were to store something in here, you have to protect it from the moisture in the water, and it can't be rattling around, breaking stuff. We're shorting out on the grounding plate. We will end the video here. In subsequent episodes, we will dive into the starboard hull, the cockpit, foredeck, and the engine rooms. Thanks for watching. We have some exciting news. You want to share it?
Our Seawind 1260 Moments in Time will be in the Annapolis Spring Sailboat Show on April 26th, 27th, and 28th.
If you want to see Moments in Time, that is the place to be. Come to the Annapolis Sailboat Show. We'll include the link for you to get tickets, and we'll be hanging out, won't we?
With Sail Away catamarans.
Yes, we'll be hanging around. We might be wandering the grounds. It's not as big as the fall sailboat, but if you see us, stop us. We'll answer any questions.